Battle of the long axle to axles. Which one's better? We got the Hoyt RX-8 Ultra and the Mathews Lift 33. We're gonna give these two a head-to-head competition, full comparison, full speed test, see who the winner is, and then you guys can watch and decide which bow you think is better in the winner. So let's dive right in. Starting it off, we're gonna start with the Carbon RX-8 Ultra. Now this bow is a longer axle to axle, 34 and 11/16 axle to axle here with a 7 and 1/16 brace height. So a very forgiving and stable platform of a bow. The RX-8 Ultra is fully carbon, just like their other RX lines. Really slick riser design. I love how clean this riser is that Hoyt has come out with. The carbon wider limb sets. They've basically taken the RX-7 riser and just added a wider limb set pocket for a little bit more dead in the hand, a little bit more stability and forgiveness, sound, all that good stuff with the new HB Exact cam. So the RX-8 Ultra, let's just compare it right down the list. You're gonna have 40 to 80 pound limb adjustments, so you can order this in 80 pound limb, 70, 60, 50, you name it. Draw lengths are gonna go from 27 to 32 inches. And on this cam, it has a single rotating mod that is allowed for about 2 to 2.5 inches of adjustment. So whichever mod setting you're gonna need, you just make sure you have those correct mods that'll go to that range. So for example, 30.5 will go to 32, and then so on the different mods there. But with the HBX Exact Cam, you're gonna have a 1/4 inch draw length adjustment, which is really, really awesome, really popular right now, making sure that draw length is getting perfectly set to your length and getting comfortable for you. 2 different back wall settings. It's gonna come with just a regular back wall and a little bit firmer of a back wall. So I like that you can adjust this all on the same mod that comes with the bow, and 3 different let-off settings from 75, 80, and 85%. So fully adjustable module and cam system on these bows. The carbon is known to be lightweight. We'll get you guys an overall weight of it and then give you guys an impression, compare a speed test, and then go review the Mathews. With the RX-8 Ultra, still has Hoyt's Picatinny mount system, integrated rest system. You can mount their stabilizers, all their quivers that they've come out with, the super light quick detached or the non-detached, all that good stuff. Sidebar mounts can still mount on this RX-8 Ultra, as well as the new Ghost X 2.0. You can run these on this bow as well. It's just gonna come bare bow with the stubby stabilizer for $2,050 bare bow. That price is a little steep, but you're getting quality here. Carbon's known to be a little bit stronger than aluminum, so keep that in mind, and it's warmer to the touch, holds temperature a little bit better in colder weather. So this bow's not gonna freeze you out, such as aluminum might in the cold temperatures. We're at 70 pounds. Both of these bows are gonna be tested at 29.5 inch draw length. That's the only mods we had for the lift right now, and we'll get them as close as we can to 70 pounds and give these guys a comparison. So let's shoot the RX-8 and give you guys our thoughts. So they mark this at 4.4 pounds physical weight. We're gonna weigh that. Hoyt weighs these bows without the stubby and without a rest on it. So I'll give you guys an overall weight with the stubby and with the rest here, and then kind of give you guys a comparison without the stubby on there. So with the stubby and an integrate rest, that's all that's on this bow. You're ranging 4.9 to 5 pounds even. We'll take the stubby off. So no stubby on there. 4.7 to 4.8. So yeah, subtract that rest out of there, you're looking right at 4.4-ish pounds. So very, very lightweight, long axle to axle bow. This is 34 and almost 35 inches axle to axle, and right around 4.5 pounds, really lightweight. 29.5, 70 pounds. Let's just kind of get an overall impression of this bow. And I'm a big fan of Hoyt's Vital grip too. It's a comfortable grip as well. Its handle's still there, kind of their trademark. So let's go. Overall, first shot impression. Man, that draw cycle's so dang smooth. Draw length's a little long for me, but really dead, really quiet. There's 0 vibration in this carbon. Let's shoot that again. Most carbons, guys, when you shoot it, they have a tendency to have a little bit louder sound and a little bit of hand shock. This one has nothing. It is very, very dead. Now, this draw cycle, everyone has their preference on draw cycle, but the RX-8 Ultra might be the smoothest I've felt this year with a solid back wall as well. I mean, that's just butter. There's no play in that back wall. Stable bow. That bow doesn't, I have nothing on it, and that bow doesn't want to tilt anywhere. It's incredible how dead they've made this bow and how quiet. One thing I've noticed right out of the gate on the RX-8, and comparing it to their shorter carbon, is the shorter carbon has a different sound, like a suction cup. The RX-8 Ultra, dead quiet, dead in the hand. If I could give any cons about this bow, it would be the price tag. That's pricey for a bow, but It's quality. Love this draw cycle, love the back wall. Let's get a speed on it, and then we'll compare them to the Mathews Lift 33, and then you guys can decide which longer axle to axle is the champ. Doesn't get much better than that, Ian. So 70 pounds on the dot. So 70 pounds, RX-8 Ultra. This is 29.5-inch draw length. So 29.5 inches, 70 pounds. Same arrow we test everything with, 455.2 grains. Good hunting shaft. We'll shoot it a few times, get a consistent speed average, and then compare. All right, 281 there. I really like this bow's draw cycle. 280. Let's give one more, see if we can duplicate one or the other. Sweet. All right, guys, well, that's 280 at 29.5 inches, 70 pounds even, 455 grain arrow. Let's move over to the Mathews Lift 33, give it a full comparison, and then see who wins the long axle-to-axle bow. So now we got the Mathews Lift 33, which is all new for Mathews for 2024. This is a longer axle-to-axle version of the lifts. Being 33, it is 33 inches from axle to axle. A 6.5-inch brace height, so good, stable, forgiving bow as well. Man, these things are light. Pretty crazy. All aluminum bow, so you're gonna see a big difference in price as far as carbon and aluminum. This bow is only gonna run you $14.29, so about $600 cheaper than the Hoyt RX-8 Ultra. The new cam that they've added to these bows this year is the Switchweight X cam, and what it's going to allow you to do is create a little bit more speed in these bows. We have a little bit wider limbs here. You'll notice the top axle system. The axle no longer runs through the limbs, sits on top of the limbs for easy top hat adjustment, and you're getting the most out of these limbs here. But with that new cam, it's going to have new mods. So the new Switchweight X mods are going to range from 55 all the way to 80. Mathews has now released an 80-pound mod. We'll drop that review once we get those mods in. But for now, just keep in mind these can range from all the way down to 55 pounds and then go up in increments of 5. So 55, 60, 65, 70. You get it, till 80 pounds. Draw lengths range on the 33 from 26 to 31.5, and that's just gonna be a specific draw length and a draw weight mod on these Switchweight X mods. Does not have a rotating mod. If you're changing the draw length half an inch or adding poundage, requires new mods. Not as easily adjustable as the Hoyt, but you're gonna get the most performance out of this bow with a specific set mod on these bows. So something to keep in mind, get the max performance out of a single mod, just not as easily adjustable as the Hoyts. Let's get a weight on this thing and then shoot it and just kind of give you guys an overall impression, and then we'll compare them to speed. So the Lift 33s, they mark them at 4.26 pounds. So extremely light for a long axle-to-axle bow. We'll see if that's true. All I have on this bow is gonna be the rest. Remember, these Integrate QADs weigh 0.2 to 0.3 pounds, so we'll deduct that from the total just like we did on the Hoyt. But let's see what it's weighing with the rest on there. 4.5 pounds even with the rest. Take the rest off, you're right at about 4.2, 4.3 pounds. So spot on, all aluminum bow. So that's pretty awesome that they've gotten the weight down this far. So far what we're seeing with guys are liking the longer bow and how light it actually is. But anytime you go lighter, you compensate for a little bit of sound, a little bit of vibration. So let's see if that's true. Let's shoot this Lift 33 and get you guys an overall opinion. This again is at 29.5 inches. So it might look a little long on me, but let's just get an overall opinion of it. I mean, that's pretty dang smooth too. I don't know if it's as smooth as the Hoyt, but it's neck and neck. Yep, has that same dead in the hand and dead quiet feel. Just as quiet as the Phase 4, if not quieter. So if you guys shot that last year, imagine that, but just really, really light in your hand. Very, very dead, very, very quiet. Let's shoot another one, talk to you a little bit more about that draw cycle. I mean, it's impressive that they can make a bow this light and this stable. I mean, this bow does not want to teeter anywhere. I'd say the difference in the draw cycle is Hoyt's is a little stiff the first 2 inches, and then it just breaks over smooth and you hit that back wall. Mathews has always kind of just been a steady pull and then you lock into that firm back wall. This one, it's not stiff, it's not hard, it's smooth, it's just a continuous motion, then boom, you just lock in there. That's too close to call on the draw cycles. Both are dead quiet, both are dead in the hand. This is very, very light. I'm impressed with how light they've made it and how stable it still is and how dead. Anytime you go really light, you got to give up something, and so far Mathews hadn't given up anything in this build right here. Very, very stable platform being that 33. Enough talking about it, let's shoot a speed and get a speed on it and see, you know, who's the winner of these two bows. Come on, 70. Doesn't get more fair than that. 29.5-inch draw, 70 pounds on the dot, 455 grain arrow, same arrow we shoot everything with. So let's just get an accurate speed test on it. We'll shoot it a few times and get you guys an average. So let's rock it. Another one. Reminder, Hoyt was 280, 281. Same exact setup. Duplicate. $288 on the Mathews Lift 33. Let's wrap this up and get you guys an overall comparison and see who won. All right, guys, well, there's a comparison between the Hoyt Carbon RX-8 Ultra and the Mathews Lift 33, the two long axle-to-axle bows this year that we felt would give a good show and a good comparison being as lightweight as they are. Quick overview on both bows. The Hoyt RX-8 Ultra, you're looking at about 4.5 pounds without the stubby. It does come with the stubby stabilizer, so 5 pounds even there. All totally carbon. A little bit more durable carbon is, a little bit tougher, retains its heat, its temperature better in colder temps, so something to keep in mind there. Overall, I think the RX-8 has a better draw cycle in my opinion. I just think it's really, really smooth. The back wall is solid, just as solid as the Mathews, so I give the back wall a tie. The main differences to me is gonna be the price. It's hard to say that $2,050 is justifiable when you got the Mathews Lift that is $600 cheaper, you know, 0.3 to 0.7 pounds lighter. It's about 8 feet per second faster. I will say this, the Hoyt's draw cycle is better in my opinion. Now, that's just my feel. Both super quiet, both super dead in the hand. This is the year for new bows. We've said it all year since the new ones have dropped. There's just some great bows out there. However, you know, it's not just me shooting these. You guys need to get your hands on them and see who clearly decides. The Mathews Lift, you know, 4.26 pounds. That's really, really light for an all aluminum 33-inch bow, and it's 8 feet per second faster. The draw cycle to me is very similar to the Phase 4, which is something I've shot previously. So, you know, is it enough to justify? Is the draw cycle the only variable to justify going up in price and more in weight for a slower bow? It's not to me, but that's my opinion. That's who I have winning this contest, but it's not just up to me, it's up to you guys. Go get your hands on both. You could literally flip a coin, blindfold yourself, and grab a bow off the wall this year, and you could not go wrong. Totally awesome bows. Again, you're gonna have 40 to 80 pound limb differentials on the RX-8 Ultra, 27 to 32 inch draw length. You can check out our full Hoyt review video on our YouTube page. For the Mathews Lift 33, you're looking at 4.26 pounds, 55 to 80 pound adjustable switch weight X mods and draw links, and you're looking at about 7 to 8 feet a second faster for the Mathews. Draw cycle is a little bit more firm. I'm not gonna say it's stiff, but a little bit more effort, I would say, just a continuous pull, basically. It's not hard by any means, but just a continuous effort, where this one, after the first few inches, just breaks over into a valley. So go get your hands on them. I mean, that's all I can tell you guys to do. Go shoot them both and see who wins. Definitely try these two out before making your purchase this year. And keep watching our YouTube for more bow reviews and more comparison videos. Like and subscribe this video, and go check out our other bow reviews, and we're gonna keep the comparisons coming. Thanks, guys.